The phone screen lit up at 6:47 a.m. Her name. A text. My heart thudded so violently I thought it might split my chest open. After staying out all night, not answering calls, not sending a single message, she finally wrote, "Morning. I'll explain later. Don't be mad." I stared at those words until they blurred. My thumb hovered above the screen, trembling, every nerve screaming. Don't be mad? She'd left me sitting on the couch with 2 cold cups of coffee at midnight, the clock ticking louder with every hour she didn't come home. I'd called. I'd texted. Nothing. Now she wanted me calm? I didn't reply. Instead, I looked around the living room. Her shoes tossed near the door, her scarf draped over the back of the chair. Little remnants of a woman who used to be my anchor. My safe place. Now, every trace of her felt like a stranger's fingerprint smeared across my life. When she finally came home, it was close to 10. Her hair was tousled, makeup smudged, and her smile, a half-forced twitch of lips, was worse than silence. "Don't start," she said softly, sliding past me toward the bedroom. The scent hit me, cologne that wasn't mine. Sharp, musky, clinging to her skin like guilt she couldn't wash off. I followed. "Where were you?" She dropped her purse on the dresser, avoiding my eyes. "With friends." I crashed at Lisa's. Lisa. The perpetual scapegoat. Convenient, always available for alibis, though I knew for a fact Lisa had flown to Denver the day before. My chest tightened. "Don't lie," I said, my voice low, shaking. She finally met my gaze. There it was, the flicker of fear before she masked it with annoyance. "I'm not lying. You're being paranoid." Paranoid. The word stabbed deeper than an admission. It twisted the knife of doubt in my gut, making me question myself, my sanity. Maybe I was overreacting. Maybe I wanted to see betrayal where there wasn't any. But the cologne told me otherwise. The day dragged like an endless storm. I went through the motions at work, my mind hijacked by images I didn't want. Her laughter in someone else's ear, her hand on another chest, her lips where they didn't belong. Each vision felt like shards of glass grinding into my ribs. That evening, she cooked dinner. Spaghetti, her peace offering. She moved around the kitchen like nothing had happened, humming under her breath. "Eat," she said, placing the plate in front of me. I stared at the noodles, my appetite strangled by anger. "Why do you smell like him?" She froze. Just for a second, but I caught it, the stiffening of her shoulders, the quick intake of breath. "Who?" she asked too quickly. "The man you were with." Her fork clattered against the counter. She spun, eyes flashing, defensive. "You're insane, Mark. If you don't trust me, what are we even doing?" The irony was suffocating. She, the betrayer, shifting blame onto me. I almost laughed. Almost. Instead, I shoved the plate away. 4 days, the silence between us was volcanic. Pretending. That was her game. Pretend nothing had cracked, nothing had bled. But cracks don't disappear, they spread. And then, the proof arrived. A message pinged on her phone while she was in the shower. I shouldn't have looked. I know that. But curiosity wasn't what drove me, it was survival. The text read, "Last night was amazing. Can't stop thinking about you. Same time Friday." My blood turned to ice. The name attached wasn't just any man. It was Eric. My coworker. A man I'd invited into our home, shared beers with, laughed with. Betrayal squared. I set the phone down gently, like handling something toxic. My reflection in the dark screen stared back at me. A man hollowed by heartbreak, stripped of pride. That Friday, I didn't confront her. Not yet. I waited. Watched. Planned. She dressed with more care than usual. The red blouse I loved, the perfume she wore on our anniversaries. I memorized every detail, because I wanted to remember this version of her, the one who could look me in the eyes and still choose someone else. "Going to Lisa's again?" I asked casually. She hesitated, then nodded. "Yeah. Girls' night." I forced a smile. "Have fun." The moment the door closed, I followed. The bar wasn't far. Dim lights, low music, the kind of place where secrets fester in shadows. I saw them instantly. Her laughter, his hand grazing hers. The way she leaned in like he was gravity and she was helpless to resist. The betrayal wasn't just physical. It was emotional, raw, intimate. Something inside me snapped, but I didn't storm in. That would have been too easy. Instead, I pulled out my phone, capturing photos. Proof. Irrefutable. I walked away before they noticed me. My revenge wouldn't be loud, but it would be permanent. The next morning, she came home, humming again, eyes glowing with a happiness I hadn't seen directed at me in months. I was waiting at the table, a manila envelope resting in front of me. "What's that?" she asked, pausing mid-step. "Proof," I said simply, sliding it toward her. Her hands shook as she pulled out the photos. One by one, her face drained of color. "Mark," she whispered, tears welling. "I can explain." "Don't," I cut in, my voice sharp as broken glass. "I gave you chances. I wanted to believe you. But you chose him. Over and over." She reached for me, desperate. "It was a mistake. Please, I love you." I pulled back, the weight of every sleepless night crushing me. Love doesn't leave bruises you can't see. Love doesn't reek of another man's cologne. Her sobs filled the room, but I felt nothing. Just emptiness. 2 weeks later, Eric walked into the office to find HR waiting. My evidence had gone further than our marriage. It had reached his job, his reputation, his carefully built image. The fallout was swift. As for her, she packed her things in silence. No more humming. No more excuses. Just the echo of betrayal in every corner of the house she left behind. Revenge didn't feel like victory. It felt like ashes. But it was enough. Because when the door closed for the last time, and the silence finally settled, I realized something I hadn't in months. The weight on my chest was gone. And that, more than revenge, was freedom.